So welcome back to my channel. For this video, we're going to talk about how to select a cryptocurrency broker and what I have gone through, what I've tried in terms of selecting different brokers, how to get started. This is really a follow-up video for my previous video on Mana, where I talk about how I research cryptocurrencies. And this is actually a request by one of the students in Investing Accelerator. Since I don't really cover cryptocurrencies in Investing Accelerator, I decide to put it here on my YouTube channel. So we're going to be comparing a couple of different brokers on the market. Afterwards, we're also going to talk about some of the limitations, the pros and cons, so on and so forth. So what you'll see right now is my favorite broker, Coinbase. Now for Coinbase, this is a relatively more conservative broker. You don't get to invest in all the exciting, shitcoins or altcoins for a nicer term that Binance offers you. So these ones are all selected. They have a decent market cap, so on and so forth. You can still lose your money here, but I think it is a more trustworthy platform. Now for Coinbase, it is actually a public company, and the symbol is COIN, C-O-I-N. After I open an account with Coinbase, I actually encounter an issue of depositing money. So apparently there's a weekly deposit limit for Coinbase, which on the right hand side you can actually see. This is tied to my Hong Kong bank or whatever. There is a weekly limit of 100, 200, or even 300 bucks. Coinbase is trying to encourage you to do is to have like a weekly or a monthly deposit, and you're investing in crypto over a period of time. The reason is because, well, crypto market is quite volatile, so you want to do dollar cost averaging or whatnot. I was trying to understand the fee, and with the spread of the crypto market, I realized the fee for Coinbase is really high, so I only really use it to store my crypto. I don't really use it to trade crypto that much. I just like to use this to store my crypto because I can see the chart and you can see how the balance goes up. But I would imagine most of the brokers actually have that feature as well, so it's not just limited to Coinbase. So those are the reasons why I use Coinbase as my tracker or my main brokerage where I put my coins in. And I think it's a public company, so it's relatively safer. Now, one of the limits of Coinbase is really the withdrawal rules. I told you that there is a weekly maximum deposit rule already. Here is the withdrawal side. So if you're looking at credit card or debit card, then it's $1,500. If you're looking at a secure credit card, debit card, again, $1,500 a week. So if you suddenly become a crypto millionaire, which my plan is in 2-3 years, then this will become a problem. So you definitely need another solution to this, which then you can technically look at PayPal, which is $30,000 a day. Yeah, I mean, that possibly can work, but if you're doing anything serious, then you might want another broker that does not have these restrictions. One of the alternatives you can consider is Coinbase Pro. That's something I have discovered, and apparently it is a more advanced platform. Like, you can do more things with it, the charts are more complicated, and I really like Coinbase Simple or Light because I like how simple it is. I don't need to deal with all of this buy, sell, order, or whatnot. So then I actually don't use Coinbase Pro. So I made an account. It has $0 in it. But if you want lower fees, based on my research, it is lower fees here compared to Coinbase. So the moment you do the conversion on Coinbase or whatever, you will find out the fees is quite high. So given I'm a buy and hold kind of guy, I'm not trying to day trade crypto, I'm trying to buy and hold long term, the fees are okay as long as I'm not trading too much. Now, one more thing I do need to note is it is possible to trade on another platform and then transfer the coins over to Coinbase. The reason why you would do that is perhaps the other platform offers lower fees. When you transfer crypto between platforms, but it's the same currency, there's basically very low fees or almost no fees. Let's say you got some Cardano and you bought it on another platform, you transfer it over to Coinbase, there's no fees to it. So that's something to consider as well. Now, when I was exploring different brokers, another one was Binance, which is very popular. This is where you get all the exciting coins, like all the shit coins or altcoins that can go to the moon or go to zero. And I actually registered an account with this one, but turns out the verification process was too complicated. For some odd reason, I just couldn't figure out a way to deposit my money in there. So that means if I ever want to invest in all these exciting altcoins that nobody is, even aware of yet, then I need to first put money into another broker, transfer it over, and then I might be able to trade. So it just makes the process a lot more complicated. So that's why I opened an account here, but then I actually haven't used it. One of the things you might want to consider is if you are trying to invest in a lot of altcoins, cheap coins, then this is the broker you want to use. Another important note is that they are banned in UK for some odd reason, because they said it was like a pyramid scheme or Ponzi scheme or something like that. I can't remember the exact news article. If I find the image, I'll actually post it right here. So there is that regulatory risk. That's what's important. And when you think about certain countries like Turkey, they also ban crypto as well. So that's another thing you need to consider. Now, the next one I tried that I think is supposed to be pretty good as well is Gemini. So I think this is more US focused. If you're in Canada, you might not be able to open a Gemini account, but it was available to me. So I did open one, but I think I was getting stuck on the verification process. So by the time I finished opening Gemini or whatnot, I actually got my Coinbase set up, and I also got another broker set up which has no limits. So that brings me to Kraken. So far I'm actually pretty happy with Kraken, and Kraken actually has even a smaller selection of crypto compared to Coinbase. And I think their prices are actually very reasonable. Yeah, so this doesn't show you the prices, but it just shows you the price of the crypto. I think they actually have margin trading here, like you can see it. Margin trading, futures, over-the-counter. So this is more for professional traders. If you want to be more heavy duty, like you want to do margin trading, you want to trade very frequently, you want low fees, then I think you want to use Kraken. For me, Kraken is just about the ability to put in money and take out money. When I was depositing into Kraken, it was like the fastest, the easiest, and also transferring between accounts to Coinbase and whatnot, it was the easiest as well. So that's why I like Kraken. And I feel like their platform is quite secure because of the whole two-factor authentication process I have to go through. Whereas for Coinbase, it actually didn't require me to be doing as much authentication. When you think about cryptocurrencies, it's very easy to just click a button and send your money away to another account in the event you get hacked. So that is also something you need to consider as well. So those are really the brokers I've explored before I opened my account. I also explored another one in Hong Kong, which I suppose is not really relevant to most of you. And it wasn't that good because the fee was really high. So when you are depositing money into the cryptocurrency, transferring it over, you always need to keep in mind of the fee. And I learned this very early on because I think around 2-3 years ago, I was actually trying to put in real cash into a Bitcoin ATM. So that's actually my first experience with cryptocurrencies. In Hong Kong, there are Bitcoin ATMs where you can just walk there, and then there's an ATM. They rented a small space in a deserted building, and then you would take out my $500 or whatever, and then you would shove it in the ATM, you scan a QR code, and then you would receive the money. So that's the process. But once you do the math, the fee is like 20%. So that is criminally high. That's why I need to figure out a way to deposit money into a system like broker without getting charged high fees. When you think about it, Coinbase, I think the fee is still quite high. I forgot exactly what it was when I calculated, maybe 5 to 10%, depending on how you look at it. For Kraken, it was close to zero. So I was really happy with it. If I remember correctly, it was zero in terms of fees. Once you buy and sell, the fee is also quite low, and then you transfer it across different brokers. There's basically no fee. So that is also very good. I like to use Kraken a lot in terms of putting money in, taking money out, and whatnot. Their selection of coins will be less than Coinbase, is my experience so far. So one example is a Shiba Inu coin. So I actually discovered Shiba Inu coin when it was listed on Coinbase. So here you can see Shiba Inu is up here. When it first got listed on Coinbase, I started doing more research on it, and I decided to purchase Shiba Inu coin. So if you go to Kraken, that's actually not available there. That's the difference between different brokers And by having multiple accounts, even if you don't fund it, if I ever want to invest in a very special altcoin that is not even available on Coinbase, not available on Kraken, then I can just go to Binance here, transfer some money over, and then I can buy it. Yeah, of course, it does require multiple steps. It is a little bit tedious to set up, but having the ability to do so is important, especially if you want to take advantage of very special opportunities like something going to the moon. So that's pretty much it for this video. I made this video, for the students in Investing Accelerator, where you're interested in cryptocurrencies and you're trying to figure out which broker to use. So yeah, in the next video, I'll talk about crypto, market cap, some basic stuff to help you get started and to do research on the different projects that might interest you. So I'll see you in the next one.